NASA's Artemis program. The Artemis program is a NASA-led human spaceflight initiative to explore the Moon, with a target date of 2024 for the first landing on the lunar South Pole. If the Artemis program is successful, it will conduct the first crewed lunar landing mission since Apollo 17, the final crewed mission of the Apollo program, in December 1972. The initiative is anticipated to be an international joint venture involving public space agencies and private spaceflight firms. As part of ongoing initiatives to revive the American space program, the Artemis program got underway in December 2017. The program's stated short and midterm aims from NASA include sending the first woman and first person of color to the Moon, as well as building an international exploration team and a long-term human presence there. Laying the groundwork for lunar resource exploitation and eventually making crewed flights to Mars and beyond feasible are long-term goals for Artemis. The European Space Agency, the US, commercial space flight contractors, and a number of other space organizations collaborate with NASA to carry out the Artemis program. The governing Artemis Accords, which are still open for signature as of October 2020, have been extended an invitation to further nations to join the program. The Space Launch System, SLS, missions form the core of the Artemis program. The complexity of these space missions will rise, and they will be launched at intervals of a year or longer. The Artemis I through Artemis V missions were planned by NASA and its collaborators, and more Artemis missions have also been suggested. The launch of an SLS rocket carrying an Orion spacecraft is the focal point of every SLS mission. Following Artemis II, missions will rely on assistance missions carried out by other companies and spacecraft. The SLS and Orion's first test mission will be Artemis I in 2022, which will be an unmanned test of both spacecraft. The purpose of the Artemis I mission is to launch Orion into an orbit around the Moon and subsequently bring it back to Earth. The translunar injection burn will be carried out by the ICPS second stage on the SLS in order to launch Orion into lunar orbit. Orion will slow down and enter a retrograde lunar orbit at a distance of around 6 days, after which it will accelerate back toward Earth. After detaching from its service module, the Orion capsule will re-enter the atmosphere for aerobraking before splashing down with the help of parachute. Originally expected to launch in late 2021, Artemis I will now not do so until no early than August 29, 2022.